Cancer, into your New Year's 2026 Fire Horse year. Yes. Happy New Year's to everyone. Let's get in here and see what is your predictions and the forecast. Getting in here, what do we have? We have Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. So overall, man, I've got a few people that have this card right towards the end of all my readings too. That's crazy. This Venus is just popping up. Wow. Okay. So she's just like, hello, this is where I am. Yeah. Okay. Wanting to get in there, get your desires met, look for those success. I don't know. I just feel like Cancer, this is going to be a very good year for you. I just feel like you're going to be your own success story. I do feel like you're going to get a lot of support from the universe to do things that were going to expand your life. You're seeing this Saturn energy coming in, the part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom in the 10th house, your achievements on the outside world. Yeah, so I just see that, you're just definitely going to expand over here. But I do think you're going to have a beautiful year. I've seen it in a lot of other readings too. I've seen it in the Cancer Leo, where they're bringing in that Cancer and Leo energy. So I do feel like you're going to have a very successful year ahead. Okay. And also bringing in a lot of authenticity, which I think is going to be very good for you. Okay, so let's go in here and get in here and see what's going on with you during this beautiful winter season. Oops. So Gemini energy coming out, where the information is stimulating exchange as possible. A lot of information coming out, really bringing out that Gemini energy. So let's see what's going on with that Gemini energy. Show us what's going on in the winter. Got the Emperor coming out with respect and some leadership, feeling the stability with the 9 of Cups to the, feeling like there's a little bit of lack of commitment, where you feel like I could use a little more commitment from this person's situation. I kind of feel like you're pulling away a little bit as you're kind of undergoing some kind of shift. It could even be an identity shift. Like, I want to see myself as this leader. I'm going to walk out of the gates into 2026 as this leader, this proud leader. I want to, change things around. So I do feel like you are getting ready for a complete drastic makeover, of what's going on around you, which I do like. That's bringing in a lot of personal growth. So I do like that. It's saying this is where I choose to be and be my happiness. I might not have the commitments of what I wanted, but I'm also going to express that. And I think that you're also expressing, the insincerities that you feel, and, the upsetness, the negative ideas that are flowing around. I just feel like you're really getting it out there and letting people know, right, how they're making you feel. You could have the desire to reconcile, or having somebody desire to reconcile with you. Could be a Gemini or an Aquarius who feels like, you know what, let's do this then. Let's put this behind us and let bygones be bygones, right? I do feel like there was a lot of learned from failures over here when it comes to this situation. Okay, so I do feel like, you do have the, wants to, put this behind us. Get out of this prisoner mentality, right? So let's see what we got going on over here. The perfect fit. Yeah, you might feel like you're the perfect fit and that you're meant to be wherever you want to be. Yeah, that's right, where you want to be. It's almost like you've been looking at something from a distance and saying, that's what I want. But I feel like for some of you, you feel like some people want to have endings with you, or they don't feel like you can get that, and they're trying to close that door on you, right? They're saying, but we're going to have some closed doors. I don't think that that's, if you want to go back to school and you want to, master up, or, whatever it is that you want, or getting a new skill, or however it is, I just feel like that means something to you, but I don't think it means something to someone else. And I think that they actually are expressing that to you. And it makes you, for some of you, it makes you feel sad. Like, why wouldn't you want me to go, better myself? Why are you trying to hold me up, hold me back from bettering myself? So I do feel like around the 14th or the 15th of February, I do feel like you're going to end up with a glow up. I think you're going to ask yourself the big question, like, what is it that I truly want in my life? Where am I going? And feeling that independence and feeling like you're truly moving to where you now want to be, and not for somebody else, not caring what anybody else has to say about the situation. Right? You're looking back, you're bringing out this, there's that authenticity that I was seeing before. And that's because the overall energy is Venus, and Venus says you are beautiful the way you are. You will have the success, the beauty, the desires, but you have to do it for yourself, right? And if you have kids, you're going to get out there and you're going to want to be extras for them, right? Because we always do. But I just feel like there's going to be more flexibility. There's going to be some endings. There's going to be some closed doors. And it's kind of like, if you can't walk with me, then you're walking against me, and I'm closing this door, and I'm sorry, you can't come with me. So I do feel you're leaving a lot of people behind. And I feel like a lot of you might have left them behind in 2025. Maybe they try to come back in 2026 right now. But for the majority of you, you're saying, I gave you this chance at Christmas. I gave you this chance at New Year's. You didn't want to follow where the success is, so I have to leave you behind. Closed door. And this door doesn't have a key. This door doesn't even have a doorknob. This door has no doorknob, so they're not jiggling the handle, my friends. Okay? And if they are, you can't hear it because there's no doorknob on your side. It's only on their side. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you might be jiggling the door handle, but I don't see it or hear it because there's not one on my side. So therefore, I'm not opening that door. But I think it's also one of those things that whether it's a job, a person, whatever the situation is, you know better. Yeah, it's like a learning lesson, right? I've learned from that mistake. I've learned that this is what I want, right? So, okay. Let's go in here and get over here into getting over here into spring. We do have the 4th house, which is overwhelming you, and the greater cause of power. So I do feel like you're putting yourself back home, going back to your roots, being who you want to be. See, that this is a lot of finding yourself and putting yourself back at what you find the priority of. I feel like you've been maybe living for someone else or living someone else's dream. Not maybe because you wanted to, maybe because you thought you guys could dream together, or maybe you thought that was the best thing. However, whatever, it doesn't matter. But now it's saying I'm living the dream for myself because I'm going after my own desires, which seem better for me. They are better for you because they're your dreams. Unless you're married and you two, as husband and wife, are coming together to build, a home, a world for the two of you who are now become one, right? That is different. But I don't feel this is it. I don't think that this is it. I think somebody wanted you to live their dream, or you were living a dream that you thought could go somewhere that ended up not going in the direction that you wanted to at all. Okay? Take it how it resonates. But whatever it is, you're finding your emotional balance. You're being patient and you're finding yourself. You have the Temperance to the King of Cups to the Hermit. That's finding yourself and actually feeling like you're experiencing something that actually means something to you on an emotional basis. It's taken time, but it's sensible. You're finding the purpose, and it seems easier too. Wait, Wait, what? What do you mean it's easier? What do you mean it's easier? It is easier. You know why? Because it's something that you wanted. And I'm not saying that everything we want or that we can have is easy. If anything, most are hard. But there's something about the way that you're doing this is making it easier. But I think that the universe has your back on this one. But I think it's because you were taking such the hard road. It was so, like, everything you were doing was so complicated, or making things so complicated, or that person was making shit so complicated, that this seems like the easy street. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be that way forever. It just means that in springtime, whatever was overwhelming you seems fucking easy. Like, oh, fuck that. This seems easy. I don't know what the hell I was doing over there. They have me running over here, running over there, doing this, doing that. I'm my chicken. You know, I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. So I just feel like wherever you're expanding your life right now, it's just much easier. You're going to feel right at home. If you're feeling at home and you're feeling like you're doing things that are easier, maybe it's a little more time consuming, but it's easier. That must mean you're on the right track, right? Of course. Of course it does. Of course it is. So this challenge isn't really going to be that big of a challenge to begin with, you know, at all. It felt like it was. I think in the end you're going to feel kind of like a diva. Just saying, right? It's giving off these kind of diva vibes. I mean, Venus is a diva, right? So, I mean, you're just walking right into that energy. I do feel that it could take on some Taurian energy of slow and easy wins the race, but to be honest about it, I don't. Because, you know, you also have the moderate, you know, the moderation. So, I mean, it could just start out moderate, but then end up in that area. I don't know why I want to just say that, because it just feels like that's where it's going. Let's get some money over here. I don't know, guys. This is beautiful. It's like where the pressure was, it's like all the pressure is kind of gone. It's like, wow. Talk about therapeutic as well, because your stress level is going to be way low. Flexible. You're going to find time is flexible. You're more flexible. Things are more flexible. The universe seems more flexible. Why? Because you're not working against the universe. Wealth. Walking right into your own wealth with your own authority. Dang, who are you? For some of you, you're having a great love affair with sweet success, and you're in your mind. You're in your mind, but that's good because you're leading with your mind and giving you great, bright ideas. Those of you who write books, do anything creative, you're going to be, you know, a force to be dealt with when it comes to creativity, right? It's like, nah, I just wrote the best play on the planet besides Shakespeare, right? I feel like Shakespeare incarnate. Okay. So I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, this is just just like all the obstacles that you felt were against your back. It's almost like they're working with you instead of against you. So in the 12th house, you're going to say, within this area of my life, I didn't say everything. I didn't say all pillars. I said within this area of your life, within your 4th house, your 12th house to the 4th house, your 12th house is the powers that work against you. But I'm talking about the home, the roots of yourself. You know, you being honest with yourself, you're going to find that everything's working really well. There are powers at B, though, because you could sit there and say, well, then why didn't I do this last year? Well, it could be that way. It could. But it doesn't always work like that. So sometimes we want to say, like, oh, man, if I would have known the sweet success would have been so easy, and I could have just got into... It doesn't always work like that, though, because of the planet, the way the planets are, right? And the way we are, and the way we grow, the way we move, the way we think. So don't think about the ifs, ands, and buts of what you could have done yesterday or the day or the year before or any of that's useless. That's useless information anyways, because that time period's gone. It's in the past. There's no ifs, ands, and buts, or what ifs, right? No, because what it's doing is it's saying the time is now. Okay? You know, it's kind of like when I quit smoking, right? It's kind of like, man, if I would have known that I could have really used hypnosis meditation the way I used it. But see, I tried that once before, but I never really could meditate. I had to actually really want to and really learn without any restricting limitations. So therefore, what I'm telling myself was you weren't mature enough in your own ways to be able to do so. I actually had to grow to be able to give up such a habit without, it's hard, and I'll do it when the kids aren't here because I won't be so stressed out. These are my excuses. I'm literally telling you real excuses. I'll do it when the kids are gone because, you know, I homeschool and so much stress, which it was, right? But just think of all these excuses we're putting. So that's why I'm saying don't use those excuses of yesterday to try to say, oh my God, but if I would have known I could have done this. That's just not the way it works, though. It's all about perfect timing. Okay? And the way that we work. And this is your time, my friends. It's your time to shine. It's your time to find this and say, this is where it's going to be. And look, you know, over here we have that solar eclipse too that's really going to help you. The solar eclipse is going to be in that Aquarius energy in February, right? And it's going to be just right around that Mercury retrograde, which is in Pisces. We have all the Mercury retrogrades in water again. Okay, so it could put on a little bit of pressure over here to really want to expand. Okay, so having that solar eclipse could be like, you know what, but it's putting that pressure on me, right? On my closest relationships, on what I really want. And I think it really does and will. That solar eclipse will open you up to want to do such a thing, right? Because it's going to make you think. Okay, guys, let's get into summer and fall and see what's going on. Summer and fall, please. I got Mercury energy coming in for that Mercury retrograde that we'll have for Cancerian time during that summer period. That's going to mark a big one for you. That Mercury retrograde is going to be huge. It's going to want to push you again to that next level because I'm telling you, I feel that solar eclipse really pushed you over there, and I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to push you here because, like I said, it's in Cancer. So I do feel that it is going to want to push you. Okay, it's going to want to, right, that's going to be from June like 29th through July 23rd. So it's going to like push in these areas, right? So it's pushing you. This might make you feel like you're moving out so well. Oh, that's where that feeling like stuck in the past is. The would have, could have, should have. That's where all that is coming from. Oh, okay. So all of that I was saying of why couldn't I do it this way, that way, that's that Mercury retrograde energy coming in. That's why I was feeling that way. That's what you're going to be feeling. It's going to be this easy, then where are we getting this? Oh man, I should have done that earlier. No, because you're going to feel like you're getting stuck in the past from the Mercury retrograde. That's what's going to push that woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh man, okay, so it's an integration from the end of spring of June going into summer. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I didn't even see that. I was literally talking about that, but I didn't see the correlation to the summer of the Mercury retrograde. Huh. Well, sometimes we don't, right? I never see everything. If I could see everything, I'd be a billionaire. You can only see what you can see. Freaking. If I was the Oracle Delphi, I'd have more subscribers. I'd be a billionaire. I'd have my own TV show. I wouldn't just be doing YouTube. I'd be like, I got a TV show. Okay, guys. So I just feel like it's a gamble. Yeah. I just feel like it's not even gambling. Like, if you guys like gambling, be careful of gambling. Don't risk too much when gambling. But really, I don't even feel it's that. I feel like right now, in summertime, it's kind of a gamble. It's kind of a gamble because you got all this sweet success. You got all these things going on. But yeah, if you guys are gambling, be careful. Don't overdo it, okay? Don't let your overconfidence and all of your sweet success and all your wealth go to your head to go and gamble it all away in Las Vegas, right? Hey, it's fun to go to Vegas, but we want to come home with money. Yeah. But I do feel like right now it's definitely going to be like you have all this conversation, so you might have a lot of self-confidence. I feel like there's a lot of self-confidence. It could be what you're gambling. I do feel like, yeah, look at that influence status. You might be being seen. You're being recognized by your peers. I don't know. I just feel like people are more likely to invest in your products, in you at this time. So, yeah, you could put you're going to spotlight during this Leo season that's going to be coming up. You're going to take on that Leo energy. You want to spotlight. Yeah. You got some unexpected flirtations going on. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey, right? You got these secret intentions and manipulations and hidden motivations from people. Be careful who you trust. They might be trying to bring you down. Make sure that you are, watching your money at this time. There could be some, wow, look at that, booked and busy. There could be some financial agreements going on. Make sure that you do see and read fine print. I am seeing that. Okay. You might be able to, start cleaning up some of the finances that aren't easy to, ignore, like some bills and getting out of debts and stuff. But please read the fine prints during the summertime. Okay. Because I do feel like not all things are what they appear to be. I don't even care if it's people. Be careful. Warning. It's like, warning. Well, let's leave 2026, and this energy is diplomatic, gracious, and seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Hey, bring me in some Libra energy over here. What's happening over here? We're going to end this place with a side hustle, a secret romance, a hidden affair, a second choice, a second chance. It could be second chances, choices. Oh my goodness. You're going to have the clarity and understanding. Careful of catfish, deceptive energies. That could be that hidden agenda too. I see that person for some of you. Somebody might be pretending to be somebody online, and that's just not who they are. Okay, so make sure that you are watching carefully of what's going on. Otherwise, jeez. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Get some money cards out. Leaving 2026 with a bang. Yeah. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but it's not all lost. So you might have some things that need to be taken care of. You might have, some appliance or some car or something at the end of the year that needs, you have a flat tire. Looks like you might have a flat tire for some of you. So I've got silence over here. Keep moving in silence as you continue to build. Don't let everybody know what you're building. Writer, words are powerful. Use them to manifest more abundance. Your words have the power to influence and share the gifts with the world. Wow. And writer as well, because I do see somebody might be a writer. I told you, we've got a Shakespeare amongst us. I keep picking up their energy. So you know what? And that's going to really pay off for you. And I do feel like there could be some collaboration that's also coming through for you guys if you own your own business or doing anything creative. So really watch for those collaborative approaches to success. You're writing this poem, but somebody might have some kind of technology or something, like, I don't know. We used to have that dragon system or whatever. I'm sure that's so freaking old, but that's when I was writing books, right? So, but I don't know. It's just, and there could be something very unconventional about the way they want you to do something. I don't know. You guys are going to type this on a typewriter? Let's not do that, right? But how fun could it be? And frustrating. Okay. Okay, guys. And let's get out an angel number for you. One, 441, life goals, mission, sense of self. Spirit wants you to understand this year that it's the time of intense self-development. You could not even be joking. That's a joke, right? Life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, and important projects. Focus on your mind. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed. Be practice. But remember that practice makes perfect, and master it. It also serves to find your true purpose, leveling up in your career or business of priorities of right now. This is like, that's crazy. $14.41 sums up your whole reading. That's crazy. Unique skills. And that's exactly what you're coming to. What did I say? And somebody might have some kind of new technology or unconventional way of doing something that's going to help you with your career. And I see that going out of 2026, going into 2027. So that's what's really crazy. But it's all about getting there. But that is crazy. You're mastering the step that you're on. You're developing yourself into different ways of doing things, and you're finding that, it's making life easier. Instead of being burned out this year, you can find your own excitement in changing things around. It's like you're working with the energies of the fire horse instead of against it, even though you're water. It's amazing. It's just amazing. It's the most amazing thing ever. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.